Folks, my next guest, this is thrilling. She's the host of a successful podcast. What's that like? Called The Whorecast. Well, there you go. And she writes the sex column over there at SF Weekly, and she's been in a number of movies that I've never seen. Please welcome Siouxsie Q. Grab the mic, it's my pleasure. There you go.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a
like
word often described my situation. Now, congratulations, you're going to get married, is that true?
I am. Got the ring and everything in August.
Terrific.
Thank
What is
you.
it like to be looking forward to being with someone who you probably respect and admire and enjoy working with?
It's pretty cool.
Quite a dream, right? Isn't it? It's just a dream scenario.
It is. It's a dream. It's not that great. I mean, come on, you'll be fine.
Well, dreams die, Siouxsie. Jenny. You sure you're okay to be? You don't have to. I didn't know if I heard a cell phone back. You all right to stick around? Great. Okay. Good. Well then, terrific. Now, Siouxsie, one of the great things that I admire about you is that you advocate and work on behalf of the rights of sex workers.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Now, I have worked at sex certainly, and. For sex a couple of times, so I know where you're coming from. There's business, but when you're talking about something that is the oldest profession, why do they not have the oldest history of rights?
That is an interesting question that I like to ask often. Yeah, I don't know, especially here in San Francisco, we have such a rich history of the sex industry. I mean, we talk about gold and bubbles and tech booms and things. Yes. I mean, for as long as we've had San Francisco, we've had young, horny men coming out to seek their fortunes, and there's been an industry to respond to that. It's as integral to the city, you know, as the Golden Gate Bridge. So I think it's about time that we decriminalize prostitution in San Francisco, at the very least, if not, you know, worldwide, as the World Health Organization and other organizations are coming to advocate for as well.
Yeah, well, I think so too.
So
I'm going to assume that Siouxsie Q is not your given name.
It is not, no.
Yeah.
No.
And so what is that like to construct a persona and have to just keep that going?
Right. Well, one thing that's really cool about, you know, having this name that I write under for the San Francisco Weekly and that I perform under and, you know, nominated for awards and stuff, it does keep you off Facebook, though, which is, you know, a big time save since, you know, they don't allow you to have a profile if you're a sex worker. So that's a big time save.
So that's a plus.
That is a plus. Do you have a Facebook, Dan?
I am indeed, absolutely. When am I not on it? Get me off of there! But now, how much of your actual past are you allowed to talk about? Do you identify where you grew up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I spent a lot of time here growing up, actually. I'm from just about 2 hours south, but my aunt and uncle lived right in North Beach on Chestnut and Powell, so I grew up, like, you know, going and seeing the Puppeteers at Pier 39 and playing in Washington Square Park, and, I mean, this city is definitely, like, my home above all. I love it here. Though I did get evicted, and now I live in Oakland, like everyone else, but I do love San Francisco.
Too many free lunches at Twitter. Well, really, if you think about it, puppets have always been a gateway to sex work.
I mean, I watched Sesame Street growing up.
Say no more. No, really, because Bob's over there, and I'm worried about him.
I remember you.
PBS fan. And did you play an instrument as a kid?
Not as a kid, but as an adult I play the ukulele, which is a smaller instrument, so I guess I'm making up for something that I missed in my childhood, I guess. But yeah, ukulele, that's a thing.
Now we're getting into it. Well, Now, are you affiliated with or work on behalf of the Lusty Lady?
Now, the Lusty Lady is what I like to consider my sex worker summer camp.
Sure.
I was there.
I would also like to consider.
Wouldn't No, it's really cool to be down here today, actually. I mean, this is like my old stomping grounds. I worked at the Lusty Lady Theater from 2010 till 2012, I believe. Yeah. I was theater coordinator. I was on the board of directors. For those of you that don't know, that just moved here, the Lusty Lady is the historic worker-owned San Francisco peep show. The late great, it closed last year in September. I wasn't working there by that point.
And I should just explain, Ginny, after we separated, I interviewed for a lot of jobs all over the city. So that's the only reason that I know some of the things that I know about this place. But it's, of course, terrible that it's gone. We miss it. But I do, there is probably a suitable replacement, because part of that experience was going in and putting quarters or something, and the window would go up, and hello, how are you?
And once they switched to dollars, it just wasn't quite the same, I imagine,
yeah.
for the consumer.
But for a similar experience, I like to go to, and I know that that's kind of changed too, but I would go to the Musée Mécanique and just put a couple of quarters in Laughing Sal, and that's very erotic if you're sad enough. If you're down far enough.
Some nights at the Lusty were like that.
I can imagine. Oh my. Well, now one of the great things too in your industry. Oh well, and this is what a question. And I say this without any judgment. But was there, growing up 2 hours south or wherever, was there another option? Was it maybe I'll try poli-sci or the study of agriculture or anthropology, the study of man?
Absolutely.
Maybe you had that covered.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone will be surprised that I started out right here in the theater, just like many great whores. Yeah, no, I have a Bachelor of Arts degree.
That's funny. That's funny. Theater people, some of you are always struggling, Yeah.
So yeah, I actually grew up in the theater. Both my parents were involved in the theater, so you can blame them, I guess. And I got my degree in theater arts in the college in the Northwest. And eventually I kind of figured out that the whole, way we do professional theater is kind of classist and dumb. And so I decided I wanted to be involved in some stuff that was a little more bawdy, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
taking a page from the traditions here in San Francisco around burlesque and sex work. And I eventually, ended up here in North Beach dancing at the Lusty Lady Theater, and one thing led to another, and now I've got the Whorecast, and I write for the San Francisco Weekly, and I do the thing.
It's so wonderful. And, of course, you were just at, yeah, sure.
But I think, sex work and theatrical performance have historically kept very close company. I mean, there was a brothel right next to the Globe Theater, because what do you want to do after the show? You want to have a little snack and go do a thing. And it's a very...
We wrap up here.
I know, right?
A little snack.
But I just definitely feel like I'm using my degree very well, and I'm probably one of the more, higher paid folks in my graduating class that's actually doing something that involves some kind of performance, or at least makeup and high heels,
Absolutely. I wish that I could do something related to my major of mold making. Making molds and things for, industrial products, that kind of thing.
Well, you can mold in your fridge. It's really easy. I'm sure.
I got plenty of mold growing in places. But now you also with some of the you work down. You sometimes do some things with the kink thing. That's in the big...
Oh, the Kinky Castle on Mission Street.
That's
yeah.
Right. By the way, they have lovely window treatment.
Don't
I walked past there the other day and thought, that's a smart curtain, the way that they've done that. But you've just come back from an award show.
Yes, the 2 award shows, actually.
2 award shows.
There's never just one.
Yeah.
In LA, I went to the XBiz Awards, which are kind of like the Golden Globes, but not nearly as fancy. And then I just came back day after Sunday from the Adult Video News Awards, the AVNs. Which
Wow, that was terribly exciting.
But they were both pretty exciting, I would say. The XBiz Awards, the film I was in actually won, though, so that was excellent.
Congratulations. Are we allowed to say what it's called?
Absolutely. No, you can all, if you don't have to tell
I won't.
But anyone who's interested, yeah, it's with Smash Pictures and Trouble Films, San Francisco Lesbians, the Scissor Sex App is what it's called.
Bob's got it downloaded right now. He's got it.
It is actually a thing.
No, he'll get it. I believe it's a thing.
No, after the film came out, I read an article on the internet that someone actually was like, no, the Scissor Sex App, I'm actually going to do that, a lesbian cruising thing.
I love it. Well, one of the things I enjoy about those adult award shows is that you'll get the red carpet and the step and repeat and everybody's posing there, but they'll have like a thing just flop down, or the dress will be up over their bum, and it's more like, who are you not wearing is probably that.
I mean,
a lot of the times,
so
somebody would ask,
So this was my very first like red carpet situation, award show. I actually got a performer nomination. So I was very excited. Me and my girlfriend like coordinated outfits and we put a lot of thought into it. And we landed ourselves in line just directly in front of this amazing porn star by the name of, Sherry Marie is I think her name. Oh, you know her? Close? I thought I But she has, honest to God, Are you sure?
I'm good.
But she
You still surprise me with things.
Special woman. But she had, honest to God, I heard...
Pediatric nursing.
It's a wild profession.
Only lonely nights during the bell choir practice. Yes, Sherry.
So Sherry Marie, I believe her name was, and I heard her say to a fan, I didn't believe it, so I confirmed it on the internet. She has, plastic surgery breasts there. She has a size 50. Yeah, they are kind of. It's a size 50J, 50J.
They make that up for her?
What?
They make that up?
I think it's like it's a system.
See, did she
invent the size? Or?
They could have used a mold for it. I would have been happy.
Where were you? Why didn't they call you? You had the skills.
Now, we'll exchange cards later.
But needless to say, not very many people were interested in taking my picture at that point.
Well, sometimes extreme things really...
But overall, the award shows, it was good.
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations on winning, too. That's really exciting. And the Horcast is every week?
It is every week.
That's terrific.
As is the Whore Next Door in the San Francisco Weekly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad that you could be here, Siouxsie
Oh, me too.
Q.
Thank you.
Thank you. Siouxsie Q, everybody.